Hit it! Culture, sophisticated
Podcast baby. Now tell me something good. Oh yeah.
What's up, everybody? PBR Podcast, Mike Polano, Derek D.
Hey.
And we have a very special guest, and it's not Dennis, the intern.
Dennis isn't here.
I'm not letting him sit down.
No, don't let him downstairs.
That son of a Dennis.
Wait, was he stuck in traffic? We told him just to go home. Not even worth it.
He's fired.
Fired.
How would social media feel if he was fired? But we'll talk about that in a minute.
They'd be mad.
We have the lovely and talented Christine Feola from Dark City Entertainment and the House of Independence. You might have seen her at the Podfest. I don't know. Were you there? You weren't even
I was there
You
for,
weren't there, you
for like
liar.
a couple hours. For a couple hours. I might have stopped in.
What's going on?
Couple hours.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming on, man.
For sure, anytime.
Let's talk about the House of Independence since we kind of were a little gabbing before the show started. But
Yeah.
so you run essentially on some level with other people the House of Independence. Tell us a little bit about people who don't know what it is. What is that venue? Because it's kind of eccentric, right?
Yes. So the House of Independence is a brand new venue downtown in Asbury Park on Cookman Avenue. Basically, we're a 500 cap room. And the coolest part about this venue is we press one button, and within 3 minutes, we go from 500 standing to 275 seated. So we're a multi-dimensional room. We can do everything from theater, comedy, rock and roll, burlesque, a lot of strange, different types of Coney
Podcast
Island
festivals.
I was gonna say-
Podcast festivals, yeah.
Yeah. What was the best comedy you had there? Just saying.
Well, Danny DeVito was there the other day. and he was
November
pretty
12th, I heard, is going to be
funny.
pretty great. But
Yeah, this guy Derek D is coming. He's kind of been a douchebag, but
Total douche. Total D.
I'm dealing with it.
People that listen to the show completely know that Derek loves Derek.
Come on.
Right?
I'm starting to realize
See the
this.
poster?
What are you
Yeah.
ta-
Derek.
All
see,
over
It's a
it.
see the little
it's my-
bubble?
it's-
Derek's
just Derek.
hugging Derek's.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
It's going to be a multimedia extravaganza, right?
Of just Derek.
There's going to be videos of Derek, right?
I hope he gets naked on stage.
Well, if he does, you know who will love it?
Derek.
Derek. we were putting out a thing on I don't know if you know this about me, but I live tweet The Bachelor in Paradise.
Okay.
Do you watch?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you find that funny? I don't strike you as that kind of man.
No, I don't.
It's ridiculous that you live tweet it, though.
It's
That's,
the best show on
no, the
television.
show's not bad. I get the hook. It sucks you in.
I don't understand it. I watched it for the first time the other night with my roommate, 2 bottles of wine deep. I kind of get it. It's kind of weird.
It's brilliant. Listen, here's the thing about me. I don't watch The Bachelor per se, and I don't watch The
either.
Bachelorette, but I love the idea of taking all of these, beautiful people, inducing them with alcohol, throwing them into paradise, and watching them fight. But the people who edit that show are brilliant.
They got to
It
be
was-
cracking up in the editing room, too.
They're really, really good. So I decided, since I'm watching this, I might as well live tweet it. So we started live tweeting it and having a lot of fun with it. And then we started, Dennis the intern and myself started tweeting back and forth. And we decided that we're starting a movement. By the way, Frankie, note to self, there's an application that has to be filled out. We want Derek on the next Bachelorette. So we were asking the PBR posse to tweet out, what was the hashtag? Hashtag Derek gets a rose.
Derek gets a rose.
And then
yeah.
Dennis the intern was like, the only person that Derek would want to get a rose from is Derek.
They
Frozen.
you guys. I mean, we exaggerate a little bit. You make me out to be like a super conceited person, which is not true.
I don't think it's we're not saying you're conceited, although that's accurate. We're saying it's more like you just love you. It's cool. I love me too. I just don't always talk about it.
I'm a one man thing. I gotta do things.
I got to promote myself constantly.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm not like super. I post like one thing on Instagram a week, maybe 2 pictures every 2 weeks, maybe.
Is it just pictures of you?
No.
Are you sure?
No, you look at some people's Instagram and it's like,
I mean,
everything's selfies.
Listen, the last
it. Pull it up.
we will pull it up.
I'm promoting the show, which is at Christine's place. So
Oh man! All right, so I'm trying to pull this new update is killing me. I can't do anything. Shit just keeps popping up.
Yeah, I don't
did
get
you
it.
do it?
I didn't do it.
I just did it. Yeah, it's you can't swipe the phone anymore. You have to hit the home button to get in.
That's stupid. I'm not updating.
I don't like that.
Don't do it.
I'm over it.
All right, so Derek, it's at Derek DeAngelis on Instagram, by the way. And I mean, listen, the last picture is the poster of Derek for his comedy show. But let's just look at the next. Well, it's Derek as an actor. That's the one before acting in what is that? A True TV drama
No, it's a Discovery
drama.
Discovery show. Discovery Channel.
Oh, so it's Derek and his husband on the next picture, right? Wait, let's just go to
That's my cousin Mike. I was his best man.
Let's just go to
That
picture
looks
number
very
4.
friendly.
Oh, picture number 4.
What's that?
As another one of Derek.
It's another one of Derek.
That is the poster for the show.
with
bubble.
multiple Dereks in a bubble.
Which, Christine, you got to admit, that's a pretty good poster. Let's
That's a
be
great
honest.
poster. I like it. It came out great.
Okay, then there's a bottle, and then there's a shirtless Derek.
That was a shoot I was on. These are all shoots and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's not selfies.
So let's go to my Instagram just to look at the last picture that I posted. It just so happens to be
Derek.
that's the last one you
That's
posted.
the last one I posted. And before that, it's my dog and cat. So it's like there's the difference.
Yeah, well, I work in the entertainment business, so I post things of me. That's my work. I was on a set. It wasn't a selfie.
Okay.
I had the
Justification. This episode's not about you. It's about Christine Feola from the House of
Yeah,
Independence.
what's up?
Dark
Shut
Side.
up, Derek.
Well, but we were okay. Keep going with you were talking about the Bachelor thing.
No, that's about you. We're over that.
Oh, we're over.
We're moving.
I really hope that you make it, and I would really highly suggest that everyone watches and that you win.
He'd be a good bachelor, right?
I mean, I honestly I don't like reality shows, but I would go on that. But I would want to be the main guy. But you'd have to.
Well, you have to go on the Bachelorette and get thrown off.
You got
first.
to be the last two and be the guy that loses to get on the main one.
So there you go.
And also, you have to have like millions of dollars.
No, you're just, or you're just like a
What's that, Frank?
We gotta get this trending.
Yeah.
Derek Gets a Rose has only got one.
Yeah, it's got one.
That's it?
So we gotta get the
Hashtag Derek Gets a Rose.
Hashtag Derek Gets a Rose.
Maybe we'll make that the name of the episode.
What's it at Bachelorette ABC or something?
Yeah, well, that'll come up. So it's I know I do know it's at Bachelor in Paradise ABC.
Well, yeah. So it's probably Bachelorette ABC.
So
Yeah,
the
that's
House of Independence.
Yes.
You were describing it.
Oh, it's a great room. It's really cool. Everyone should come out and check it out. But yeah, we do a lot of really fun, entertaining. Obviously, it's entertaining because it's an entertainment
Yeah.
venue. Events. So
I
And
tried
the,
to.
the location is so good. I mean, it's right on
it's
Cookman
clutch.
Ave in Asbury
The
Park.
one problem that I have with the location is the parking situation.
Yeah.
Asbury Park sucks dick.
We
does.
need a garage. Oh, there is.
There
one, but
are
no.
they're building some more garages downtown, which definitely like is going to help out. But at the same time, it's tough, especially in the summertime when we're located to all these like amazing restaurants downtown.
Yeah.
And then when summer stage is going off, that's like bringing 5,000 more people down. And then the train service stopped doing the late night trains.
Why? Because
I don't know.
Yeah,
I saw
heard
some
that.
stuff in the paper about it, but there was like reasons behind it.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like really, I think it's going to affect everyone downtown. I don't see the people coming off the train late anymore coming to our events, which really sucks. Because it's like to be able to come from New York to Asbury Park in 45 minutes, that's so clutch.
Yeah.
Especially if we have like one-offs in Asbury Park and, you know, these acts that come through, they usually just want to play Philly, New York. But now Asbury Park is getting a reputation for live music and entertainment. So a lot of these bands and like entertainment acts are coming through. And they're small venues, so they're intimate, and people like that.
Yeah.
I tried to get tickets to Danny DeVito. I even like set an alert on my phone. It sold
Sold
out in
out
like
20
minutes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that was crazy. I had this
Danny
guy.
DeVito.
What?
He's Danny DeVito.
Oh, I thought you said who is Danny
I did
DeVito?
something really weird to Danny DeVito.
What'd you
Oh,
do?
do tell.
All right, so I'm standing side stage, watching Danny DeVito perform. He's a very little man.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize how little of a man he really is. So I'm watching him, like, he's like talking about Asbury Park and about how like he grew up in the area and his like grandfather worked in the Steinbeck building. Like, I love the history of Asbury. It's my favorite thing about the town. So I was like really excited about it. And then we go to cut over to his short film Curmudgeons. So he comes off this stage and he's just standing there and he's like looking like at the film. And you know, like side stage, you really have to like turn your head and look over. So I'm like, oh, Danny, would you like to sit? Because there's a bunch of seats, but like they're high chairs. So like for him to get up, he'd really have to like, you know, push himself up. So like, no, I'm good standing right here. And he like stood right in front of me. And for some reason, I just started lightly patting him.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I
That's
don't know
so
why
weird.
I did that.
On his shoulders.
You're a
right?
weird-
Yeah,
Weirdo.
like on his shoulders, I was
So-
like going like this, like lightly
He's
patting.
a grown
Yeah, with
older
both
man.
hands. And Matt Hawkins from the Asbury Park Music and Film Festival is standing next to me, and Matt looks at me and goes, he like mouths to me, "What are you doing?" And I look down, I'm like, I don't know. Like, why am I touching
do if I-
Danny
Did you start
DeVito
to like
this?
massage?
I think it might have been the next step.
Did he look back and go like, "Hey, thanks, Toots"?
No, he didn't. He like didn't say anything. I think he was enjoying it, and then I just like slowly walked away. It was weird.
Did you guys also premiere a episode of Sunny? Always Sunny?
Yeah, we did the one. What about Frank?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like the one where like he basically looked like he had a GoPro on his head, and like you get to hear his internal thoughts. It was really funny.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Did he like talk? I think you just spoke to this, but do you remember anything specific other than the Steinbeck's building? Did he tell like deep stories about Asbury? Because I think he remembers it before the riots, right?
Yeah, he remembers it before the riots for sure. Everyone in his family kind of worked in the area, and he just remembers like walking down Cookman and like that Steinbeck building back in the day was like huge.
Giant shopping center,
Yeah, it was a
right?
giant
Yeah.
shopping center. So like he talked a lot about that. He talked a lot about like just walking down Cookman and Main Street and like the livelihood of the town before the riots happened. Which to me, a lot of people don't even know about that, especially now that Asbury Park's like rejuvenated and
Yeah,
coming
they didn't know it
back.
used to be like a big tourist attraction.
They think about like when you think about Asbury Park, they immediately think about what? The Stone Pony,
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, duh, and like Convention Hall.
Yeah.
Like no one knows about the history of Convention Hall from like the 70s. Like Sabbath played there. The Doors didn't play Woodstock. They came to Convention
right.
Hall instead. So like there's a lot of history on the boardwalk area, but no one even thinks about the downtown and like, you know, the really cool venues that were down, like the Extreme building that was there. I forget what it was called, but Bruce had a residency there. And Lance Larson was a bartender, and Bruce would come in every night and play acoustic guitar, and Lance would just be back there just, you know, doing shop. And like he said, Lance Larson, you know who Lance is?
I don't think I don't
Lance
think I
and
did.
Debbie used to own the Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
They're still there.
Oh.
Lance was in this bad Lord Gunner. They're like blowing the fuck up way back in the day. And like Bruce, it was like Bruce and Lance. They're buddies. And Lance has all these crazy stories about Bruce like bringing home like girls to the bar. And like one day there's a huge like storm coming in. Bruce is like running the street. And he has like some girl like no top on, and like the door swings open to the bar and like rips off the bar. And like him and Bruce try and put this back on with like this girl naked. I'm
Sounds
"That's
like a good time."
Yeah. So it's like interesting to see, especially when Danny DeVito was just talking about it back in the day. It's just really cool to see, you know, a different perspective, and for him to have all this love for Asbury Park and like Wall and Ocean, and then be able to come back and see it like that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how emotional that is.
That's awesome.
And now we have Max Sabbath playing at the House of Independence.
Oh, that already happened. Yeah, that was interesting.
How was that?
I've booked Max Sabbath before. They came to the Wonder Bar, and the first time around it was crazy. Second time around it did really well. They're really good.
Now, but they I wanted to come see them until I realized that they changed the lyrics to be about McDonald's. And then
totally.
it kind of freaked me out and I couldn't come.
It's really good.
they're creepy looking, man.
They
I mean,
are
that's
really
like
creepy
some
looking.
creepy shit.
And they actually play their instruments. Like they're in costumes and they actually do play the instruments.
that's
It's not
awesome.
like the Mini Kiss. Like Mini Kiss.
that was
They don't play their own instruments?
No, they have little hands. I don't know, mean to be mean.
Oh, don't,
No,
you
but
can
like
be mean
it's
to them.
like
They
lip
stood us
sync.
up
They
on
like
it.
lip sync. It's like
I
yeah, it's
didn't
just
know
novelty,
that.
man. It's just yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Like Kiss Alive 75, that's a real Kiss
Yeah,
tribute.
you had them there as
Yeah,
well,
they
right?
were insane. I did a promo run with them like 2 weeks beforehand, and I just walked around town with Kiss, and everyone was going batshit. I walk in a beer garden, like standing ovation.
And they were in their
They're
full garb?
Yeah, and people are like, "Are they the real Kiss?" And I'm like, "Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like, what am I
Gene
doing
Simmons.
walking around like with the real Kiss? You know, it was cool though.
What's his name? Really lives around here though.
I think Peter Christ, who's
yeah.
the drummer.
Yeah,
He's
he's the-
one of the drummers.
He lives in like Avon or something. I mean, 60. I'm not right with that, but it's around here.
Were you just about to say 60%?
Yeah.
Now Derek not only loves Derek, but he's stealing my line.
No. I'm saying I'm 60% correct on that. I'm like you. You're rubbing off. Did you used to go to Asbury when you were younger? Though? 'Cause I
Yes.
remember really young going there, and it's funny. Danny DeVito was just there because my mom brought me and my brother to the premiere of Super. I don't know. They were in a movie or something. It was Christopher Reeves. What?
From Mama from the Train.
No, Christopher Reeve was there and Danny DeVito. I don't remember saying this, but my mom said this to me. She said, "Hey, you went up to Danny DeVito and you met him, and you're like, hey, Mom, he's as big as me." But he was a little taller. I was real small, but that was
Like,
it. That was over at the convention hall.
Listen to
But
him.
Christopher Reeve was there too. What movie were they ever in a movie together? Or maybe he was just there for supporting Christopher Reeve and Superman. But Superman was out before I was born, so I don't
You're
know.
about the same height as Danny right now.
Zero chance.
True or false?
True.
You guys.
I'll say like 60%.
Oh, Feola over here got jokes.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So yeah, the House of Independence. I mean, like just the names we've been throwing out. It's such a sick variety of talent. Like I'll just go to dinner. Oh, you know what, man? I was at dinner when Prince died, and I was at Pascal and Sabine.
I love Pascal
And
Sabine.
I don't know if it's great. I don't know if you've heard there's a specific piano player in there.
Matt Wade?
Is he a tall black guy?
No, the little white dude.
Not him.
Exact opposite.
The exact opposite of Matt Waite was playing Purple Rain on the piano. not singing.
When you heard it, when you heard the news.
No, it had just happened.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
that's some.
It was like a
prophetic-
rainy night, you know. So we were sitting there having dinner at the bar, and he's playing. I'm like, I didn't realize it at first, and because it's such a long. He was playing like a long melodic version of it, and he was playing the whole interlude and everything.
Cool.
And he like kicked in. And I was like, oh my god, this guy is crushing Purple Rain right now, and. We just really
he singing it too, or just playing?
No, just playing. And he was done, and he came up to the bar, and I bought him a drink, and I said, "Wow, that was awesome, man! Thank you so much for playing that." Blah blah blah. Paid the bill, and do what I often do. Let's go see what's at the House of Independence. I walk over. It was a Prince tribute band.
Yep.
And I went in, and they were playing like Purple Rain again, and it was just like, this is like amazing. And he had just passed, right? When
Yeah.
not too.
That was like a week or two like after we booked that.
Yeah.
We do the cool part about House of Independence is that we're able to work with a lot of the local bands, and the local bands love doing cover stuff. Like Convention Hall, which I'm doing with Dark City at Convention Hall. Those are all the bigger local bands, all being cover bands. And they love doing that stuff and being able to like dedicate. I think I'm not a musician, so I think that if I was a musician, I would understand being able to play, Prince and like doing a tribute like that. Affects you in some type of way, affects your soul, you feel good about it. So to be able to put people on stage like that and everyone enjoys it as well, as long as they're good musicians, because sometimes these bands suck.
Yeah.
But as long as they're able to like actually pull it off, it's really cool and everyone enjoys it.
Yeah, I think that's great. And like, I always when people
I had
tell
a
me-
problem the other day though.
What?
So there's this band, there's a Parlor Mob, which is like a big regional local band. Last year for Halloween, during Convention Hall, they were Hall & Oates'.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
The Hall & Oates cover band. So I booked them at House of Independence again.
It was Parlor Mob. Was the
Yeah, it's Parlor Mob, and Jeff Plate from the Asbury Park Brewery is the lead singer. And a couple other people, just a bunch of like friends getting together and jamming. And they're fantastic. So I booked them again at House of Independence, and I made the flyer and put Hall & Oates' with there's a Z-E-S.
Yeah.
People thought, and I put it on Groupon because it wasn't selling too well.
and they thought you had Hall Notes.
They thought it was real Hall & Oates.
Yeah, I saw that, and
It
I was
was-
at first I was like, wow, they have Hall Notes, and I was like, wait, this is Hall.
Well,
Notes.
on the Groupon, it says Hall & Oates Tribute Band. It said that on there, and it was all the Groupon people that came in were like, this isn't Hall & Oates, this sucks. And they're all angry about it, and they're all like 65 years old. I'm like, I understand that you're upset, but at the same time, like, you bought the ticket that said Tribute on
And
it.
if it says it on there, then
Yeah, like, come on, guys.
Yeah, it's funny because you were saying like local bands playing covers. Sometimes you have local bands or bands trying to make it, and they're like, we don't do covers, we don't do covers.
There's
and
a
I'm very
couple of
much
them that are
against
like
that
that.
because the way I always look at it is like have a couple covers in your like good, like have them down. You do a cover, you rope people in with the cover, and then like, hey, we got a couple originals,
Or
and
change
that's
it
how
up
people
a little
like
bit,
you.
man.
I mean,
like Dynamite Hack does a cover. They do
yeah, they do Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
Yeah.
completely different, but you recognize it, you sing along, and you love it, and then you listen to more of their stuff.
Yeah, like Drew. Drew Pavel. He's in a band Soul Compound. I think they're playing.
Oh, they're playing the Main Squeeze next Saturday night with
Yeah.
Quincy Mumford. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
We had Quincy
and
on the
he
show.
he puts in like they do a bunch of originals, but they pepper in some covers, which I think you should always do that and never just be like, no, we're all original. Don't be so set in your ways with that stuff
Yeah.
because it's kind of like
I've seen it happen too. Like there's this band, the Van Saters. I used to manage them. They're awesome. They're like a really cool, like punk rock, a little bit of country esque to them. They cover a Bruce Springsteen song, and they did it at the Pony right after I forget what summer stage show. It was a big summer stage show. They were like the inside band, and as soon as they opened up their set with that, people came flocking
Exactly,
in. That would
that's-
never have seen them before, and no one
Yep.
gave a fuck until they like started playing Dancing in the Dark.
yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah, that's
100%.
That's next Saturday.
Yep,
well, it
that's
depends
next
when you're
Saturday.
listening to this, but damn, I have a wedding in Albany. All these damn weddings.
It's about Derek again. So listen.
No, I'd rather go to the show, quite honestly, instead of driving 4 hours north.
You have your Dark City T-shirt on.
Yes.
Right. So not only do you do House of Independence, but tell us about Dark City.
So Dark City Entertainment started. It was so weird. It's weird how I got involved in all this. So I used to bartend the Wonder Bar for years. First, I was bartending at the Pony, and then the Wonder Bar used to be like Wonder Girls, like a bunch of really cute chicks bartending, all best friends. And when I got thrown over there from the Pony, they needed a shift covered. So I go over there and I become like part of the team. Become a Wonder Girl.
You're a Wonder Girl.
Yeah, I'm a Wonder Girl. Actually, if you go to wonderbar.com right now, if you look at the top screen, my stupid face comes up every now and then. Real weird. So then I started booking shows. Debbie, all my friends were in bands growing up. All my friends were always in bands, and I was always going to shows. And I wanted to do a benefit for Tent City, for the people in Lakewood, because I felt really bad for them. which was nice.
In Lakewood?
Yeah,
in
Lakewood or in
Lakewood.
Ocean Grove?
Ocean Grove.
No, in Tent City in Lakewood.
Homeless.
The homeless.
Oh, like in yeah.
Right, not to be confused with the religious right in
And not to be
Ocean Grove.
confused with Tent City in LA, which is also Skid Row.
So I started doing that, and I was doing a lot of fundraising, and I realized, oh, wait a second, there's money here. You can make money off of throwing shows, and I could pay everyone, and I could put some money in my pocket. So I started doing that, and Happy Mondays spurred up. So every Monday night, I was doing a free show. I still do it. It's going on 4 years now at the Wonder Bar. It's free show, 2 local bands, 1 touring, and I booked some like really big bands now. Like Pup got really big. A couple other bigger like bands that are really cool now, and then I was like, wait, I gotta come up with a name. Dark City Entertainment sounded like a cool name, but I wasn't gonna call it that. Bruce Springsteen helped me out with it.
How?
I was bartending at Wonder Bar, and I'm from Freehold, New Jersey. So Debbie loved it when Bruce always came in for the Wonder Girls at the Wonder Bar. Tips really nicely, drinks Patron straight up, takes shots of it, and whenever Bruce is there, I'm allowed to drink too. So Happy Mondays.
He likes to drink with his bartenders?
Hell yeah, he likes to drink with his bartenders. It's awesome. It's the best. You have to make sure it's really cold though. You gotta chill that
That's
shit.
the only way you should drink tequila. Like,
Yeah.
Ice cold.
Well, supposedly, I got in a fight with someone the other night. They said you have to drink tequila warm.
Gross. I don't like tequila, but if I'm gonna drink it, cold.
Yeah, no way.
Who's your favorite person to drink tequila with? I'm sorry. So what were you saying?
So then,
Chris Beekman, my buddy.
So then Debbie's like, come outside, like talk to Bruce. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So outside, I'm talking to Bruce, and he was like, oh, I heard about your Happy Mondays. Like, you should come up with like a production name, like a promotion company name. I'm like, yeah. I was thinking about calling it the Circuit, because back in the day, it was the Circuit down there. And I love the history, obviously. And he's standing there, he's like, well, we used to call this place, it used to be called the Dark City. And then I'm like, oh, that sounds like, I was like thinking about it, kind of racist. Don't
See,
really
I
wanna
don't
do
agree with
that.
There you go, man. That's what I was.
I don't agree with that, but keep
I've
going.
only gotten like one Facebook message when the person like messaged me like, "Hey, you're a fucking racist," and
Yeah,
I was just like,
it's
"I'm
the
not
internet.
though." It's like the name Dark City, like the police force used to call themselves the Dark City Police.
Why?
So I don't know.
Yeah, because
Dude, no, Asbury.
Because I don't. I guess I don't know.
No, after the riots and everything, when Asbury was a huge slum, it was just like
Dark.
It was dark. You don't
What
want
do
to
you-
go
what do you
there.
mean?
It was evil.
were the lights out?
No, dark. You think evil, like just not a good place to go, and that's what it was. It was like don't want to go in there. There's nothing to do there anymore. It's all run down.
Yeah.
That's the way I look at it.
I'll
Look at
accept
racist,
that. I'll accept it.
You know.
I'll accept
I know.
it.
I like it. I think it's a cool name. I think that Dark City Brewer can go fuck themselves. I'm just kidding.
Yo, no, word up.
Yeah, was that weird when
Word
they
up.
made it? We were like, what the?
I grew up. Me and Kevin Sharp.
You should sue them.
No, never. I
Why?
can't do that. I grew up with Kevin.
Or
You should-
be like,
you should tell him.
Or be like, you need to promote.
Well, what happened was that he was gonna call himself Asbury Park Brewery, but
That
Jeff
was
Blake already
taken.
had that, and I'm at a wedding and I'm drunk and Kevin's there, and Kevin goes, "Hey, I'm trying to come up with a new name for my brewery, and I was thinking about calling it Dark City. How do you feel about that?" And I remember, never forget this. He still owes me it. If he doesn't, I'll sue his ass. He basically said, he was like, "I'll give you a beer if you allow me to the rights to Dark City." And I was
beer?
I was like, not like a beer, like let's make a beer together. type
Oh,
of thing.
I see what you're saying.
So I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, there's other like Dark City Tattoo. There's other Dark City names out there.
Yeah.
It's not gonna step on my territory. Then he does it, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Did you get your beer?
No, I didn't get my fucking
Sup
beer.
with that, man.
And then he made me pay for a growler, pissed off about that too. And then my uncle calls me up and he was like, "Hey, I see that you opened up a brewery." And I was just like, "Oh man, I didn't realize that like people are gonna start associating me with that."
There's no conflict of interest though between House of Independence and Dark City, or you just like,
that
when
was kind of, so it's tough. With Dark City Entertainment, I'm allowed to book Wonder Bar, the Stone Pony. I LLC'd myself, so technically I'm like an outside entity. Like,
Right,
I'm
right,
completely
right.
different.
Yeah.
So I do book House of Independence under Dark City. That I could see being
You're
a
a
problem. 'cause I'm
subcontractor,
also,
right?
yeah, I'm subcontracting
okay,
myself.
so that's
I could
how-
see that being a problem, but at the same time, Dark City Entertainment over the past 4 years has created a name for itself as the local promoting company.
Yeah.
So all the local bands, they like to work with Dark City Entertainment because I push all their shows really hard and they've grown with me.
Yeah.
So like these bands that I was booking at the Wonder Bar for a couple of years are now able to come to House of Independence, which is a 500 cap room and not a 300 cap room, and be able to sell that room out. So we're all growing together. But at the same time, like there's certain events that I'm doing that I'm not putting Dark City on at House of Independence, like those 90s night dance parties. We have an 80s prom night tomorrow night. So like those events, like I could easily say Dark Sea Entertainment presents, but I'm not going to because I don't need to.
Yeah.
There's just certain shows and events that I like to like put that brand on, like Convention Hell. That's my pride and joy. Like I'll never forget when I first started booking shows. I was like, man, I really, really cannot wait. Hopefully one day, I pray to God, pray to hell, whatever, Satan. I don't know who I need to talk to. Yeah, whoever I need to talk to. I really want to book Convention Hall one day. Like, that's like my biggest feat ever would be book that room. Because growing up, I went to Skate and Surf, Warped Tour.
Sure.
I saw all my favorite bands in there.
Yeah.
And then one day, I was able to book Convention Hall last year for Halloween, and now Convention Hall is an annual Halloween show.
That's
Nice.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
on Halloween.
This year Halloween's on a Monday,
Lame.
so I'm doing it
Lame.
Saturday the 29th.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, you hear the music in the background. We're going to
does
play a
that
little
mean?
game called Top or Bottom. All right, I'm going to give you two
Oh.
terms. We're going to round. Dude, chill out there, Feola. That's not what the game's about. It can
Like,
be about that
what did I
if you
just get
want.
myself into?
I'm going to
Yeah.
give you two terms, two topics. You're going to tell me if these two things were in a relationship, which one would be on the top, which one would be on the bottom, and we're going to round table it. We're going to
Okay.
start with you, all right? Top or bottom, number one, a bigger venue or a more intimate venue?
Top bigger venue.
Your face was priceless just then. Why?
Bigger venue. I personally like going to a bigger venue and when the room's packed and just seeing everyone enjoying. Like that's my biggest favorite thing about being a promoter is watching people enjoy themselves. Like when you go into like Madison Square Garden, everyone's there to have a great time,
Yeah.
and you feel the energy in there. Intimate venues are great, but at the same time, like I don't like a lot of intimate acts, so maybe I don't visit them often
Right on.
to be able to like them.
Would you consider House of Independence like in between that?
We're in between. Like when we did
just the way it could.
Yeah, when we did Emo Night Brooklyn, we were packed, we sold out, and everyone's screaming their favorite, like Taking Back Sunday and brand new songs in each other's face. I get to see everyone enjoy themselves. But then when we're seated and we're more intimate, like when Dave Attell's coming through in October,
Yeah.
that's gonna be more of an intimate setting. But at the same time, people love that.
I mean, when you get to perform in like a huge venue, like an arena or something, that's pretty awesome. Or like a huge theater. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna go more intimate, but in the sense of like, not like a very very small bar or something, but like more like a theater, kind of like House of Independence. So
Yeah.
I think especially if it's something like, you're going to see a band and you're that close to them, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I agree. Intimate for me. Like I talked about this all the time on the show, but my favorite concert I ever went to was Guns N' Roses Metallica at Giant Stadium. Obviously a huge arena.
Yeah.
If I ever had the chance, I also saw Guns N' Roses at the Garden, but that's also not intimate. That's big. If I ever got the chance to like see them at the House of Independence, like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, I've seen them in many like larger rooms, but seeing them at the house was amazing. So
Yeah.
the intimacy of that, I take intimate venue. I consider House Independence intimate.
Compared to the
Yeah.
bigger venues, yeah, totally.
Top or bottom, number two, big name or big talent?
Big talent.
Define talent.
That's a tough one. Everyone has their own opinion on that. Big name, yeah, you get a great draw, whatever. But if you come in and that big name sucks on stage, you're leaving disappointed. To actually have a great talent walk into the venue and blow your mind away, that's what entertainment's
Unexpected,
about.
right?
Yeah. And sometimes, like, we get these, like, touring baby bands coming through. Like, I'll never forget this band, Rain Wolf. Everyone check them out. Rain as in, like, a
REIGN.
yeah. They're awesome. They came into the Wonder Bar and like 20 people showed up, opened the doors for free. I texted all my friends, you guys gotta come see this band. It's a one-man dude. And he plays a guitar and holds his mic at the same time and he shreds. And he's insane. And
He holds the mic while playing.
And he took the entire stage setup and brought it onto the main floor and surrounded himself with everyone. And everyone's just like blown away by this guy's talent.
It's like hitting the guitar and stuff, kind of.
And then you have like certain acts come through. Like I won't name drop anything, but certain acts come through that you expect them to be absolutely fantastic. All right, I'll name one. Scott Weiland, for instance, he's dead. I'll talk about it.
How'd he die? Stop breathing. Sorry.
So like he would come through, and it was just a total disappointment. I'll never forget my first bartending show at the Stone Pony was STP, and he cut his set short, and he was all fucked up on stage,
the
and that was
worst,
like
right?
the biggest
The worst.
disappointment. Yeah.
Biggest
you don't,
disappointment.
and you don't like you leave there upset about the entire show, and then you
Yeah.
like, feel kind of concerned for that human being. Like, man, what's up with that guy?
Well, we know what's up with him now. Nothing.
Because
He's a dead. He's a dead.
Derek D.
Definitely big talent over big name. I mean, you could say Kim Kardashian's going to be at the convention hall and she'll sell it out in 2 minutes. But like, what is she gonna do? Like, there's nothing good going on stage.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I'm take selfies. Come and take selfies with me. Like, that definitely big talent. And it's like you said, it's great when you go. I remember the first time I saw Matt O'Ray, I was like, I think I was at the
Oh, he's
Cameo Bar or
fantastic.
something. We were on a bike tour like years and years ago, and I'm like, I'm very into the blues. Like that is like, and I was just like, this dude is just melting my face.
Yeah.
My face is melting. And then, but yeah, definitely big talent. Tom.
I agree, man. Big talent. And I'll go back to the Podfest for an example. My man, Gino Buscanti.
Oh, Gino.
Lit the room on
Destroyed.
fire. And I don't know why he's not
He's
a big
also
name.
on fire. Like
He's
he's
on fire.
literally
100%.
100. Like,
I mean, I've never.
are you there for Gino?
No, I didn't get to see Gino.
Everyone in the room wetting themselves, man. And you know what? A big talent. Eventually, he will be a household name. You know, a
I
big
mean,
name.
he came on after something that kind of lulled the room, you know, and it was like people were getting out of their seats and everything, and then he just like just came in there and just so much energy. And he's like that normally.
Yeah.
Like we've had him on the show a bunch of times, but yeah, I just wanted to add that in. Gino's a great guy.
Chopper bottom number 3, Asbury Park or Brooklyn, New York.
Duh, Asbury Park on the top. Fuck Brooklyn. I hate that every travel magazine's like, oh, Asbury Park's the Brooklyn of New Jersey. Like,
I
no,
know.
we're not.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, I understand. We got some hipsters. I get it. But everyone in Asbury that lives, eats, sleep, breathes, works there, we all like each other. We all get along. Like, yeah, there's drama and bullshit. But at the same time, everyone there is always, everyone's doing something to help benefit the town. You're not in Brooklyn where, like, you know, everyone's just trying to better themselves.
Yeah.
Everyone in Asbury, like, you have bands on the budget, co-works, beer garden, like all the restaurant owners are friends with each other. You know, House of Independence gets along with the Pony. Like, we all are here to help better the town, and I don't see that in Brooklyn at all.
Yeah. And another thing, Brooklyn's beaches are gross. Gross. Our beaches are nice.
Yeah, that's true.
Very nice. But yeah, it definitely Asbury on top, Brooklyn on the bottom. And I like Brooklyn, but I would never ever live there.
Yeah, I have to agree. Asbury on top. I was born and raised here. I love it. I remember when it was shit. I
remember when it was really little bit like when I was real little, remember it was awesome, and then shit.
Yeah.
So to see it come back.
I got to be honest, man, and this is going to be the old man. Like, I feel like old man Withers when I talk like this, but I'm in that group on Facebook that you hooked me up with about Overheard in Asbury. And the young kids, like, just don't get it, man.
No.
Because there's kids making comments about, like, this is our town, blah, blah, and they're like 21. And I'm like, dude, you don't even, this is
They don't
not
even
your
know.
town. Like,
It's funny to me because, like, we are getting, I've been living in Asbury now for 7 years. When I was younger, my dad would drop me off at skate and surf work. So I was always like going to the Pony convention, all like really cool
Casino
shows.
skate park.
Yeah, Casino skate park. I ate shit there one time real bad.
We were sponsored by them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. But like at the same time,
Derek loves Derek.
I was just telling her. Skating on Warped Tour too.
No, time out. He rollerbladed.
Come on.
you were a fruit booter.
Oh, come on. We were good though. Like we weren't
I'm
good
not-
at what? Rollerblading.
fruit booting. That's I love
I
that.
can't lie.
half pipes
though.
and stuff,
I
man.
can't lie though. I was a fruit booter at the Incline Club in Lakeland.
You're like a hot chick though. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
I'm a
you
bro
sh-
chick though.
What does that mean?
Like I snowboard, skate, surf. I
Good.
could-
Like,
I'm
that's
good.
You can do whatever you want to do. Derek can't fruit boot.
I'm not.
Yeah,
no,
that's true.
Fruit booting is more like down Ocean Ave with spandex on in your rollerblades.
I think you should do
we
that.
rode I kind of want to do that. We were riding. We did handrails. We did half pipes. Everything.
November 12th. Will there be rollerblading?
There's not. But
There's got to be some
That'd
kind of.
be-
I'm not filming tomorrow unless there's
I might
rollerblading.
have to figure something out. Anyway,
Oh.
sorry. Keep going.
So, I don't
forget.
even know. Top or bottom number 4. Let's just go with that. Fruit booting or no? I'm kidding. Top or bottom number 4. Derek gets a rose or Derek doesn't get a rose.
Derek gets a rose.
Yes.
I want to see Derek fall into like this really weird relationship on television. I think it would be very
don't know.
True or
entertaining.
false? True or false? Derek gets on that show. He definitely cries.
True.
It's very true.
You seem like an emotional man.
I can be an emotional guy, but I'm not afraid to like be exactly who I am on camera because I'm so I'm very used to being on camera, be myself.
Oh,
No, I'm saying
Jesus Christ.
you're asking me the hashtag or whatever it is about me. So I'm just telling you, I'm not like I don't put on a front for the camera is what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. Derek gets a rose, man. On top.
This hurts. This hurts.
I thought
because
I was supposed to be
Are
on
you
a
gonna
date
like
today
open
with
it
this
up?
chick.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you using OkCupid or you're on Tinder? You swiping left.
I'm on Bumble and Tinder, but this wasn't. This is a girl.
I've never seen you. I was on Bumble for a little bit. I've never seen you on Bumble.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, are we making a love connection?
No.
I'm not on it too much. Did you swipe right or left for me? You be honest.
But I didn't see you on there, but I
say-
don't like comedians. So.
No hesitation.
I'm an entertainer.
This is a multimedia show. This is not just a comedy show. He's doing.
I'm not like a club. I'm not a club comic.
All
And I
right.
never said I was.
I'll
I
let you
used to be.
Maybe I'll let you take me out for like oysters after this.
No man,
Frank, I think we should
Maybe.
just leave. I think we should dim the lights and leave. Dennis, dim the lights.
he's not here.
Shut up.
He called out.
I called out sick. In traffic.
I hate it's never fun listening or watching to a show when everybody agrees, but I hope you get a rose. Derek gets a rose on
All
top.
right, let's be honest. I'm not getting on that show. But
Why do you say that? Like, why wouldn't you get on that show with that attitude?
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
be
know. I'm not.
positive.
You got to be an entrepreneur. Do something real stupid.
You're a goddamn comedian with a one-man show coming out November 12th. House of Independence, Asbury Park.
I appreciate that. Thank you. November 12th.
I stumbled all over that. Top or bottom, number 5. This is our last one. Downtown Asbury Park or the Boardwalk?
Ooh. Oh man, that's a tough one for me. I live behind Porta, so I love the Boardwalk. But
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say the downtown was my favorite bar is Bond Street Bar, and House of Independence is down there, and I love Bonnie Reed, and I love Brick Wall, and the new place with the smiley face. I forget what it's called. That's connected to
Happiness.
Happiness, yeah, that place is
Wait,
fun.
is it called Happiness again?
Little buddy.
No,
Little
it's Little
Buddy, yeah.
Buddies. Little Buddies.
Is that the one?
Like Gilligan's Island.
right next to? Yeah, it's like a
Annex.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I'm good friends with the owner or one of the owners. You probably know Jimmy Watt.
Yeah.
So I was texting. I was in there not too long ago, and I was texting Jimmy Watt, and I was like, "Dude, you totally set this up." Like,
gotta check out that place.
Damn it,
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island, not Treasure. No, Tropical Island. There was. You kids are a little too young for this story, but there was a place in Ocean Township on Highway 35 that used to be. It used to be called Merrymakers, and then it got bought. And
I've heard about that place.
It was called
yeah.
Tropical Island, and it had booths that you'd sit in. It was like a Oriental. I don't know if it was Chinese food, but it was like Vietnamese cuisine. But you'd sit in booths, and the booths were against the walls, and you had the huts, just like the tiki,
Yeah. Oh, like
tiki
like this place
roofs.
has. And all of the drinks were served in those Easter Island faced drinks. And I texted Jimmy. I was in there, and I was like, "Dude, you set this up just like that bar we used to go to in high school." And he's like, "Yes." I'm like, "This is awesome." You know, it was very.
I gotta
cool.
check that place out.
He,
I
like,
think it's cool. They use dry ice in their drinks, so like they like smoke and stuff. It's really every time I go in there, they always like don't remember leaving and or paying my tab, and it's the tequila. They have a lot of tequila there.
yeah.
Interesting. They have
I
food
like it
there
there.
too, right?
Yeah, I've never
Like
ate their food though.
Late night fare.
Oh
And
yeah, like
they
easy apps and stuff.
They have like 2 TVs. The 2 times I was in there, they had Goonies playing and then Weird Science.
Oh, that's awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What was it? What was it?
Boardwalk.
Oh, Boardwalk or downtown. Yeah, I'm a beach kid, so I would have to say Boardwalk. But I mean, who doesn't live downtown? It's where all the good, it's a lot of bars and restaurants and stuff like that. But Boardwalk on top.
I like Ponder. I grew up on Sunset Avenue in Esplanade, which is right across from the new Asbury Hotel.
Okay.
So I remember like living there in the shit. Like what 80, 88, 87.
When'd you move out of Asbury?
Would probably like in the early 90s.
Really?
I became an adult, Derek. I know you still live with your parents, but there's a time when you have to.
Did
move
you say
out
I
of the
still live
house.
with my parents?
Get out of the basement, dude. But I remember
I don't live with my parents, just for the record.
I remember none of my friends. I didn't go to Asbury High School. I went to Ocean High School.
Okay.
And I remember none of my friends being allowed to come over because it was so bad. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But Sunset Avenue wasn't that bad. I was over in that area. It was still pretty
Yeah.
decent. But I remember when they would come over, we would go down like to the boardwalk and we would walk, the whole strip, Convention Hall to the Teal Casino before the skate park, and it was desolate. Like the only thing left was Ducky's hot dogs, and I don't know if anybody will remember that reference, but Ducky's hot dogs stayed there forever. And it was like really sad. And then I remember I played in a couple of cover bands and stuff in college, and we would practice on Cookman Avenue. Not the hot dog house, but there were other places up there.
Cool.
On the opposite side of the street that were like spaces that people would practice and stuff. And I remember like fondly like the downtown, and I feel like the downtown, people always went to the beach in the summer, but I feel like the downtown came back
Not as much though. When it was in the
first
slums.
to me.
Yeah.
As an adult, like when I moved back into Asbury Park. And I remember going to like the strip where like Brick Wall is and all these restaurants are now. And Brick Wall was the only thing there. And I remember like sitting there with all the people that lived in my building. And we'd go there and like, this is so cool. We could finally come here, have a drink. Meanwhile, there's like buses going 90 miles an hour down Cookman and gunshots flying. And it was just bad. And we would all be like, oh, I can't wait till Asbury Park takes off. I can't wait till Asbury Park takes off. You get that same group of people together now who are all like in their 40s and they're like, oh my God, these kids, it's so crowded. You know, the same place, but it's so crowded. But I would say the downtown on top, just to round that out.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, I just remember being 21 and being like, yo, we're going to go out in Asbury tonight to the Harry's Roadhouse.
Yes, I saw the Sugar Hill.
But it was right at
saw him at a house too.
It was right at the tip of like going into Asbury, but I just remember like wrapping our head around like we're going out in Asbury Park, which like was so dangerous.
Yeah.
And but that place was awesome. And
but not anymore.
Then it changed. Now it's
And
Taco.
it's all changed. No, I mean the whole town. It's like,
and then Brick Wall.
Everything's changed.
It's like
Even
top
the past,
everything
like,
to
7
go
years.
to. You know what I
Like,
mean?
I used to hang out. I remember when I was younger, I had a really horrible fake ID, and the only bar I could get into was Old Annex because that place was so dark that when those bartenders looked at your ID, they couldn't really see your picture. Like this girl on my ID was like really chubby. I didn't really look like her. It was like from Missouri or some like random state.
Oh, obviously it's fake.
Yeah, it's like I was like 19, and like the only place I would go to is the Annex, like Brick Wall. And now I never step foot in there really unless I'm like hungry. But it's like so interesting, or I'm going to like the other little buddies. But it's so interesting now to see like when I was younger, 21, 22, that was my favorite place to go to. But now it's just this crap. Like the town is changing so much, and the type of people it's attracting is really interesting because when we were younger, it was musicians, it was artists, and it was people that, you know, were very up and coming and trying to do something different. They don't want to work the 9 to 5s. But now it's like you open up the fucking ale house and you got Johnny Max down the street, you get every bro from Monmouth University hooting and hollering. It's just getting so annoying. But that's the crowd. That's like the fan base. It's like coming there now. It's like kind of, you gotta. That's why I'm happy it's local.
You gotta take the good
summer
with the
right
bad,
now.
but it's
Yeah.
You know.
But like now it's local summer. We're back to being, you know, Asbury Park. Like last night I was at Bond Street Bar, and I know
the
everyone
smaller
in there.
Bond Street.
Yeah, like the tiny Bond Street, not the complex, and everyone knows each other. Like that's my favorite part about the downtown area, and definitely like Bond Street's really my favorite place.
I mean, I have so
love
many
it.
stories I could tell you, but I feel like nobody would know what I'm talking about. Like I shot an independent film on what you would know as the Empress outside of Porta, which is now condos called the
Okay.
Vive, which used to be the Flamingo Hotel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and we shot there used to be one light blinking where there's now a huge traffic corner, right? It's an intersection that's very busy. We shot. There was a scene in this movie where we shot that. First of all, the Flamingo Hotel was like it was a crack den. It was like it was like you rented the rooms by the minute, you know, and you never went there. And we were shooting a full film here, and we had a scene where the two guys pass out in a car underneath the blinking red light. We're like, should we get permits for this shot? I mean, we're going to be in the middle of the street for like hours. And we decided, nah. And we set up to shoot this shot of two dudes in a car, lights, camera, the whole production. No, not a soul came by for hours.
That's crazy.
Hours. We
Try to do that now.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you
No,
couldn't
yeah,
do
no
that
way.
now. No
No
way.
way.
You'd have to shut the whole town, half the town down.
Yeah.
So it's crazy in my short lifetime to have seen the ebb and flow and to where it's gone now. It's awesome.
And now real estate too.
And anyone listening
Oh man,
should definitely
I really
come
wish
down.
that I didn't. First off, don't have student loans, and I just came into Asbury and like saw like had the faith.
You don't
like,
have student loans?
No, I have mad.
Oh,
student
yeah, I was
loans.
about to say,
If
yeah.
I didn't have student loans, I would have bought something like 5 years ago,
best
and my
move.
property would have been
5 years
legit
ago,
right
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
You know, I know, like 10 years. Imagine how
Yeah.
much property was in like 20 years ago. Like what like Sacman did, and Madison Marquette
Yeah.
came down, and iStar, geniuses.
You gotta see the future, man.
Foresight.
Except I don't know about that new hotel.
Why?
I haven't even been there yet.
They're gonna. I don't know how I feel about it.
Feel about it because
Not the Asbury, the new one.
What's
Oh,
the new
where's that?
one?
Oh, the one that they're building where the skeleton is.
C8.
Oh, it's never gonna. Don't worry about it.
The one that's never gets done?
happen.
It'll never happen. You don't think so?
No.
Oh, I hope not.
Wait,
I've
that-
watched that building go up and be
Twice,
imploded
right?
twice
Yeah.
in my lifetime. It's cursed. It's the C8. The curse of
Okay.
the C8.
That's
I
the
also
one
am
right.
not sure about the Asbury though.
Is that right across from like the water? Not the water park.
Madison Marquette's like office right there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Listen, the Asbury Hotel is gorgeous.
I haven't been in there.
Yeah, I went to my
I've been there
friend
for you.
Corey Asraf. He came out with "Make Me Your Martyr" with starring Marilyn Manson, and he did a screening at the Baronet.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I was up there, and they have like really cool turf grass.
Yeah.
and I went on a date. I was on a date. It was kind of nice.
Oh, a
It
Tinder
wasn't-
date or Bumble?
No,
Let's talk about this.
A musician that I met in town, which I always said, like, I'm never gonna date a musician.
I don't
but
think
always
comedians or
do.
musicians or actors or anything.
Yeah, and I always end up dating them anyway. So I'm up there and I'm like, oh, like I'm like that type of girl that, I don't want the guy paying for everything. I make my own money. I'll buy you a drink. So I'm like, what can I get for you? I'm gonna go get a Brooklyn Lager.
First drink?
This is like the 5th drink.
All right, that's all
he,
right.
he bought the first 4?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Duh. So I go up to the bartender. I'm like, yeah, I'll take like 2 Brooklyns. He's like $14. I'm like, shut the fuck up. No way am I giving you $14 for like a small can that's warm on top of this fucking roof right now.
Well, that's what they're doing there. Just prices. It's crazy.
And if you read their Yelp reviews, it's pretty funny shit.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's all bad.
Are the rooms bad?
I think that the rooms are like, well, you have to think about what it used to be. It was a Salvation Army building. Those walls weren't thick. When they built it out, you could hear everything. And then the biggest complaint is, I guess that rooftop. I've never been on like the full bar roof yet.
Yeah,
but I
it's
guess
I haven't
that,
been up there.
It's sick.
But I heard that like you could hear that music throughout like the entire hotel.
well, I'm sure.
So like when you go to stay there, like you just hear all this music. You have music
But-
downstairs.
Have you ever stayed at like the Clevelander in Miami or any of those? You know what I
No.
mean? When you're in that environment, like the music just doesn't stop. And that's what you're really in the summertime. I think that's what you're coming to do.
Yeah.
You're not coming down with your kids. So I get
I
it.
don't think we're that kid friendly to begin with.
No, that's what I'm saying. So if you're coming down, first of all, if you're staying at the Asbury Hotel in the summer, you're coming down to partay.
Exactly. I would hope
So,
so.
the Boom Boom is.
I gotta say though,
that's
they're not the only place though that are driving up their prices like New York City prices, and it's like,
get
come
it.
on, guys.
Yeah, if people are coming and people will pay it, then
Well,
what are you gonna do? I mean, I just hope it doesn't get too big too fast and implode. Do you have some time for a game?
Yeah, what game is this?
It usually comes in hot. That
Yeah,
time
dude.
I had the volume down. I forgot to put it up.
Slack
You saw
in there.
my face, right? I apologize.
It's only our second episode back since
I
we were on
know.
hiatus.
We took a full 2 months off, and
It wasn't 2 months, like a month and a week, something like that.
all right. What game are we gonna play? This isn't. This
Ask
isn't what.
the-
This isn't what's in the box.
No, it's not what's in the
Right?
box.
This isn't. What's the other game we play? I'm drawing such a blank.
I don't remember. This is Ask Them.
It is Ask Them.
Ask Them, yeah.
God, what was like the other staple game that we used to play?
We had PBR puppetry, but that's on camera.
That's a visual.
Blank,
Yeah.
blank, and blank.
Blank, blank, and blank. Yeah. All right, so whatever. This is Ask Them. We're gonna play Ask Them. Do you know how Ask Them goes? You don't. Let me explain.
No.
It. Try to pick up on this shit. Basically, we are all gonna pick names out of a hat.
well, it's not a hat. I believe
Frankie's
is
gonna hand them out.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna pick out of her hand. You're gonna need a political or just a social commentary statement. It could be very simple. It could be like the Zika virus, or it could be really in depth. Like I want to save. How do you feel about saving? World hunger.
Saving world hunger or stopping?
I like to say save.
Let's
but you
save.
can stop it
Let's
too.
keep
But
it
you
going
can.
by
Yeah, yeah,
saving
yeah,
You
yeah.
can say
world.
whatever you want.
I got it.
Let's save world hunger.
So,
hashtag save world hunger.
So I guess I'll start, right? To make it easy?
Sure.
So I'll start. So I'm going to say my statement. You two are going to pick, and then you're going to have to respond as the person you pick. Okay. And then I have to guess who you are, and then we'll round table.
Okay.
All right. We're going to keep score. Frankie, you going to keep score?
Sure.
So there's 2 names on those cards.
Am I definitely gonna know those 2 people?
I would hope so. I mean,
Yeah, it's like it's either a celebrity or just someone
We-
you know. Or
we don't know.
Okay.
We don't know. The 3 of us don't know. She
Okay.
created this
Frankie
game.
put them
Frankie,
on there.
yeah. Frankie and
They're
Dennis.
famous.
Okay.
People.
Infamous,
Yes.
famous, whatever it may be. You should
All
know,
right.
you should know them. So I guess my my commentary, ladies and gentlemen, will be: how do you feel about? It's like an election coming up, right? A big election coming
Yeah.
up. So how do you feel about a third party candidate getting onto the debate stage on the CNN debates? All right, so who's gonna go first? Does it matter who goes first?
Come on, this is like a given here.
Should we let Derek
All right,
go
Derek,
first
you go
just to
first, and then
go
I'll let
for
you
it?
both go, and then I'll try to guess. Oh wait, should I do that or should I guess right away?
No, you probably guess after the person goes, right?
All right, yeah, I'll wait. I'll let you both go, and
Yeah,
then I'll
let
guess.
them
Okay, so I go first.
Yeah, are you keeping score, please?
Sure.
Okay.
I gotta tell you, he's a loser. Okay,
Ah,
listen,
stop.
it's not.
I got it. I got it.
He's a giant loser. Libertarian. Okay, yeah. Gary Johnson. He's got no Johnson. Okay,
Whoa.
literally. I heard he's flat. It's like a vagina.
Could you build a wall?
Wall of vages is Gary
Oh,
Johnson.
I was just gonna
Okay.
say, could you build a wall with Gary Johnson?
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be great.
All right, I think I know.
gonna be
Let me
fantastic.
note that one down so I don't
Huge.
forget who that is.
Did you get it, Mike? Because you're an idiot. Okay.
That's true. It's funny because it's true. I got that one. Okay.
This one's kind of tough.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna get a hint from your conversations, but like I'm 60% sure that it wouldn't be successful. Right?
Are you doing an impression?
Yeah, it's.
Oh, there's an impression of this
I
person?
think it's supposed to be more like an.
I thought it was just
I
No,
gotta tell you,
yeah, I think I kind of.
she's a loser. Okay, I mean,
She's onto something. You don't know who she is.
I like.
all right, fine.
kinda-
I don't really know. You know, I just like to do this stuff and I like to talk real loud and I'm real loud all the time and I don't know if I'm really sure if, bringing another third person on, but I'm like 60% sure if I really want to bring someone on, just,
Wait a second. Wait a second. Is she doing you? Oh, wait. I don't know supposed to guess yet?
It's my game. It's my
Oh,
turn.
it's not my turn.
Jack.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never been so insulted. First of all, I came with Dennis. Dennis, you're fired. If Dennis made this game, he's fired. And second of all, I'm loud.
You're very loud.
You were saying you were me. You're being me.
I was being you.
You were being me. Okay, and you were being Donald Trump.
no.
You were really wow. That's
Mike, Kirk Cameron. Okay.
all right. I got 2 right. Wow, loud.
You're like kind of
get
loud.
2 right?
Like, when I
Really?
see you like in the office, like you come in. I remember when you were real angry and real loud about it.
Was I loud about
Yeah,
it?
you were loud about it. I remember like
Was my-
Dave was all red in the face and like real worried that like I don't know, maybe you found him out. You're Italian, right?
Yeah.
You'll follow him outside and do something weird to him. I don't know.
Wait, you didn't get 2 right. You got me as Trump.
Yeah.
But you didn't guess you.
I just did. I just guessed me.
Well, that's because I said it first.
Well, you shouldn't have blew the whistle. Now I'm winning.
Well, you're an idiot.
Well, let's mark it down. Look at your podcast right now. Whatever that time is, at this point in the podcast, I'm winning. I'm just saying. All right, you're up.
Oh, so I got to guess. Mine is, the all gender bathrooms. The all gender bathrooms.
I'll go first.
You know, you got it's
Unisex?
like
all gender bathrooms.
well, unisex.
Unisex?
Yeah, but yeah, unisex. What did I write? I wrote unisex first, and then I was like, is that right, or is it all gender?
All gender. All
You know, the LBTQRXYZ and that.
Well, I'll tell you.
Keep going.
I believe that here in Vermont, we all like to pee together and smoke marijuana. And I should have been the all gender candidate, but that other gender candidate got it.
All right, that's not bad. That wasn't bad there.
Every
buddy.
now and then.
That wasn't bad.
You ready for me?
Oh, I don't date promoters. Keep going. Though.
Well, I think I really like all gender bathrooms as long as I could see myself in the mirror and just take pictures of myself, just shameless self-promotion all the time. And if I could go in these like all, the unisex bathrooms, there's more people
This
seeing
game
me.
is brilliant.
There's more people seeing me and I would really appreciate it. Just shameless self-promotion all the time.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second here.
Somebody needs a raise, whoever.
I have an idea, and also if you see a pattern here,
Wow.
What are the chances?
Of course.
Frankie, did you make up this game, or is this Dennis?
That's epic.
Oh man, I just destroyed both of you.
Who was who?
You're Bernie Sanders,
Correct.
and you're apparently me.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Your voice, you could have played it a little deeper.
I can't go any deeper than my already deep voice.
All right. So let Derek and I pick, and it's her.
You need a topic.
Oh, do you have a topic? or-
Yeah, I have a topic.
She's got a
All
topic.
right, I'm picking for you guys.
Okay.
I've decided who you need to be.
My topic is going to be. Oh God. My topic is going to be. Do we believe that Kanye West is sincere?
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Do we believe Kanye West is sincere?
Mine's tough. Like mine is.
Mine's
I don't
pretty
know
hard.
if yours is going to be as hard as mine. Like, what do you think? How are you feeling? 1 to 10 about yours?
I'm like
10 being the toughest.
Oh, I'm like 8 or 9.
Yeah, I'm about an 8 or 9 too. I don't like for
I'm
the
really
first
bad
time.
at this stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's your first time on the game. Like
I know,
you're a first
I know.
timer.
Well, I'm not bad at this stuff, but
Of course you're not.
'Cause I'm
Hashtag
amazing.
Terry gets a rose. I can't believe she said I was loud.
oh man.
And well, I guess you're supposed to kind of impersonate as well, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to like figure out how I do this.
Are you gonna go first? You want me? I'll go. You want to go?
You go first.
What was the question? What was the
Do
question?
we believe that
Do
Kanye
we believe-
West is
Oh, yeah.
sincere in what he says? Like the whole like T Swift drama that went down, how he really believes that like his clothing line is something of,
No, it's pretty terrible.
it's horrible.
I don't think that Kanye would really do well in Asbury Park because Asbury Park is the coolest. It's like the hip. It's like maybe Kanye
You're
would
me.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
be. Go ahead. Who you try? You try.
Yeah. Yeah, because like I was a promoter and I for Freehold and then like I came here and I've been doing good things. Like I booked Convention Hall and like
You're me. Too.
Oh, we were.
We both
were. Frankie.
oh,
Everybody's
I
the
thought I
winner.
got you guys really good.
I see what you did. That was good.
That was fun.
I see what's going on here.
Oh, I
Wow,
can't.
we
I
just
don't-
got played, all of
We
us.
really did, but I don't really like the way that you like perception's reality. Your perception of me is so skewed.
Mine
It's
too.
just no,
No,
yours is
sure,
all-
dead on.
No,
She was dead on.
Zero chance.
totally. You would totally be about unisex bathrooms. You know you would love unisex bathrooms.
No, I don't.
No, why?
I don't want to. I don't take pictures of the mirrors in the bathroom, and I don't want
If I go to your Instagram, you don't. There's no mirror selfies from
I'm
bathrooms.
sure there is.
There's not.
We'll go through.
And all my life, it's been the boys' room and the girls' room, whatever.
I don't mind unisex. Like I don't need to be told.
I
where
don't
to
mind
go.
it unless it's full stalls. Because what if you got to drop heat, man? You don't want chicks in there.
No, that's true. I like the one hitters.
Yeah.
Vice versa too.
Armchair futurist, right? Pizza and beer is what gets you in the room. The show's all about the revolution of our guests, and that is you. In the year 2050, right?
Yeah.
What will I guess we'll call it concert and venue promotion look like?
Holographic.
Everyone goes to the holograms.
Yeah, holograms. man.
Promotion will be.
Yeah, but
Promotion
looking,
will be like
looking at your job, what you're doing right now, bringing all these acts in. Like, what is in 2050? Is that going to even be similar?
I don't even think it's going
Will
to be
you
a real
exist?
thing. No, I don't think it's going to exist. I think promotions be kind of. I'm going to be ran like a robot. Like a robot's going to be able to do it. It's just going to be like plug and play with like, like someone's going to sit there and be able to like just put in everything about the event, and they're already going to have that demographic already figured out and be able to press one button and get like it's all be social media. If social media is still, it's all be in our brains though too. Because like you're gonna be like wearing like lenses in our eyes that like has a feed constantly going, and like you already plug in what you like, and it's just gonna go straight to you.
You won't even have to go to the venue.
No,
You think people
that's like,
aren't gonna go?
That's another thing too. Like
You put on the
I think
glasses and
that-
you're sitting in the.
I think they were already having a problem getting people to leave their houses.
Yeah.
So like in like how many years is that? Like 40 something years from now? That seems like it's gonna be a bigger problem.
Math
it's gonna
major.
be a bigger issue. Yeah, no, I was not a math major.
I'm not either, but I think it's 33. Am I right?
Yeah.
There you go. 30 something years from now. I don't
34.
see it. I don't see it, being, I think it's gonna be a big problem getting people to come out of their houses and like actually going to see live entertainment.
So live entertainment will cease to exist, possibly.
Possibly.
But that's the thing though with the 360 cameras and stuff. Like you could literally, you put this thing on your head and you sit down and you looking around at the entire. Like you could be watching
I've
it live.
had multiple people approach me about bringing like GoPro cameras or some type of camera system into House of Independence and having like on our website, you go log in.
Doesn't make
And
sense.
be able to see the entire concert, and they have to pay a fee to do that.
Oh, pay a fee. Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense. But at the same time, now I just lost someone from walking in my door, drinking at
Drinking
the
a beer,
bar,
yeah.
interacting. Like that's the biggest part about live entertainment is going to the
People.
show. It's like people, yeah. Like having a conversation with someone that you normally would not have a conversation with
Right.
because you have something similar in common is liking whatever's on that stage. So I see it like being a tough thing.
Yeah,
in the
that's
future.
that's a tricky thing because the way technology's going, like you'll probably at that time be able to go to a Michael Jackson concert.
Yeah, hologram. Like
Or
they
just
did that. They've done it.
hologram, or literally like, oh, this is Michael Jackson's concert in 1993. You go, you put the thing on, and
Oh,
you're
and
sitting
you're
there,
there.
you're
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
You know?
I kind of think that's cool though.
That is kind of cool.
It is cool, but I mean, the interaction between people. I mean, it's terrifying. Like, there's a documentary out right now. And I totally forget the name of it, but there's a scene in it where there's a group of monks, and they're all like on the beautiful mountain sides, and like there's the mist rolling, and they're in their robes, and the sun is setting, and they're all on their cell phones,
Yeah.
and it's lighting up their face, right? And you see that a lot. Like I was at the dinner at Porta, and for people that don't know, it's like almost like you seat at big picnic tables, so you're sitting next to people you don't know. And there was a group of like, I like to call them prepubescent teens that sat down next to us,
Yeah.
right? And there was like 8 of them. They all took out their phones and not one of them spoke to one another the entire
Yep.
time I was
That's
there
the
having dinner,
worst.
right? And then you just brought up the thing like it's going to be in your eyeball, which I totally agree with you. Not to nerd out here, but Ray Kurzweil says that, you know, in the next 5 years, if you don't have technology embedded in your body, you won't be able to keep up.
Yeah.
But if you think about somebody looking at their phone and trying to converse with them, or all the kids looking at their phone, when you take that and then put it into the eyeball where only the person accessing it is seeing it, aren't you just completely shut off from humanity at that point? You know what I'm saying?
Basically, it's really sad to me, especially watching like the pre-pubes like run around. Like the other day, I was
Can we just call them stubble?
You call them stubs. The stubs. I like it. But like the other day, I was at the Asbury Hotel and we were playing ping pong because I have like that ping pong area outside before we went up to go see my friend's film. And there's like these 3 little girls, probably like 10, 11, 12 years old, and they're all taking selfies of each other and like of themselves with each other.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just sitting on their phones the entire time. And there's so many games surrounding them. There's like ping pong, there's cornhole, there's like that stupid ring and the rope and the hook thing. Like there's so many like fun of things that they could be doing and like interacting with each other, and they're not. And that petrifies me. And also it's forcing them to grow up faster. Because for instance, my cousin Eva, if my Uncle Pete listens to this, he's gonna murder me. My cousin Eva became my friend on Instagram, and I went on her Instagram, and she's like 15 now, and she had some pretty like explicit photos of herself, and I was not happy about it. So I ratted her out. You're my little cousin. She has like 30,000 followers, not sure how, hashtags or something like that. And I'm a promoter, and I don't even have that many followers.
Like I don't even. Yeah, like that's creepy.
That's what I said. I'm like,
Is she a singer or something? Just
no,
anything?
she was just taking pictures like Kim Kardashian does.
Oh,
and it was
jeez.
just like it's like really sad because she thinks that,
That's
you know,
what-
the sexualization of women, like that's what people want to see because that's what she constantly sees.
Yeah.
Because that's what she's on. She's on social media and seeing all these girls do the same exact thing. So she has to mimic it.
Sophomore, like in high school.
Yeah, I think she was like a freshman. But like she had pictures from like 2 years ago, like that in 7th and 8th grade. I'm just like, this is not acceptable.
No.
And these girls are gonna be thinking that they should be like getting or something when they're like 13 years old. And no, just don't.
Just
Guys,
yeah,
just
don't.
get
But
13.
it's like it's so crazy.
I feel an edit coming.
It's so crazy though how like that's happening, and it's almost up to you as just a human being to be like, you know what? There's times to be on your phone and times just put the phone down, or just have a balance of that because it's not going away. So you have to embrace it, but also know to interact with humans, with other people.
Yeah. There should be an etiquette class.
Yeah, there should be an etiquette class,
Yeah.
especially when like, let's say, like, for instance, like you're on a date. Like I went on a date a couple months ago, and this guy was on his phone like half the time.
That's terrible.
And I'm just like, you are taking me out to dinner right now, and you're on your phone. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, and you're not paying attention. Like, how dare you? That's
You
so
never
rude.
talk to him again, right?
No way. Are you
Yeah,
kidding me?
that's a total-
Actually, I still talk. I make him come to my events. This is what I do. I just like get people to come to my events.
Yeah. Right on. So last question before we let you go. You have what seems to me be a 45 caliber bullet hanging from your neck with a rock
It's
in it.
a 40.
40 caliber?
Yes.
Can
Was
you
it?
Can you explain?
I should like
Derek didn't notice it because the glimmer of himself was distracting him off of the gun show.
So this is like an amethyst crystal, and that is a bullet shell. And my friend made it for me, and I just like it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, I like it. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
I think it's like you're shooting peace and love because like everyone likes rocks and crystals because they're good energy.
Yeah.
So I'm shooting good energy out.
Oh, I dig it.
You like
I
it?
dig it. So
Yeah.
everybody, you'll see that on the cover of this. Now you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I couldn't see it because the shine off your bald head was glaring
Oh,
it off.
man,
So that's
brutal.
Jesus. Let's go out on a laugh, everybody. Thank you so much for coming out, man. This was great.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Is there anything you want to plug on the way out?
Convention Hell, 1029. Check out houseofindependence.com. We got some really cool stuff coming up. And that's about it.
Yeah, speaking of that really cool stuff coming up.
Oh, Derek D.
November
12th.
My comedy show at House of Independence, November 12th. Go to houseofindependence.com or DerekD.com for tickets and information.
I just want to plug hashtag Derek Gets a Roast.
Derek
Right?
Gets
Let's
a
get
roast.
that going.
Yeah, Derek gets a roast.
Derek Gets a Roast. Nice.
Derek gets a roast.
Help us push it. PBR Podcast. You can find us on the web, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Us. Give us some love, and we will love you back. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Later.